Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the daily general reading for Friday, the 19th, of course, 19th of April. It's Good Friday today. I always find the Easter story so very meaningful and deep. There's so much to the Easter story. It's about spring. It's about the separation of ego and body, and the mystical turning, the ending and the beginning. Good Friday. There's a great film by an Italian director, Pier Paolo Pasolini, I think his name is. It's the Gospel according to St. Matthew, or the Passion of St. Matthew. Very, very good. If you're interested in that sort of thing. Anyway, I won't go on. I could talk for Britain. Whereas in reality, I'm just winging it for Britain, day in, day out. Anyway, I'll stop yakking and get on with the read. 3-card Major Arcana reading, possibly with some clarifiers, and then one from the Swords, one from the Wands, one from the Pentacles, and one from the Cups. Thank you to everybody who's watching the films and liking the films. Yeah, all good. All good. Okay, one more cut. And off we go. The Star in reverse. Temperance in the upright. Strength in the upright. Okay, well, there's something to be overcome, and there's a feeling today of sadness and perhaps absence or loss of hope. And it kind of feels like that's the way it is. But it's not. This is about overcoming depression. I've noticed over the years that depression has a really nasty kick, a really nasty twist to it. In that when you feel that part of feeling depressed is the sense that it is real, that it is the ultimate reality, and that it is the only thing that is real and has ever been real and will ever be real. It has this quality of, and it's a complete illusion, it has this quality of permanence and of kind of pervasive reality to it. And that this quality of being the underlying truth. And it's not. It's not. I mean, every time I've felt depressed, I felt like kind of that's it, that's all I'm ever going to feel. And as I say, that's all that really ever has been. And everything that wasn't that has been some kind of mirage, some kind of illusion, some kind of fake happiness. And it's a crock of shit because it has gone away every time. It comes and goes. The quality of permanence around depression is completely unreal. And that's what I'm getting from this reading. Don't believe the hype. Because we're coming into the reading here with the Star in reverse. This is loss or absence of hope. a sense of vulnerability, a sense of there being no magic and nothing to give and nothing to receive, definitely nothing to give. And this is backed up here in the Temperance, in the upright here in the middle of this 3-card reading. This is the veil. Card number 1, things as we see them. Card number 2, the veil, that which blocks our vision or clouds our vision. And we have Temperance in the upright. So look, we've got the water in the Star in the reverse. It's not being poured, it feels. It's not being poured. Everything's kind of up the wrong way. As I say, nothing to give, because here in the upright we just have this huge generosity of spirit where it's just giving and giving and giving and pouring of oneself into the flow of life. But in the reverse, that is not happening. And it feels, look, we've got more water being poured here. It feels like it's just going from one to the other. We've got the 2 vessels here, one to the other, pour into that, turn it over, pour it back into that, turn it over, pour it back into that. Nothing new coming in, nothing new flowing out. That's the feeling that we have. Things as they really are: strength, the overcoming of one's inner uncivilized child. This is maturity. This is the realization that not only can one not have what one wants immediately that one wants it, but that maturity and reality lies in transcending the anger, the resentment, and the depression that might come with the fact that one cannot have what one wants when one wants it. That's maturity. It's maturity. Because we have the wild animal being subdued by the civilized lady in the crown. She's got bare feet. But this is the force of civilization, the force of the adult overcoming the child, to the extent that her hands are in the mouth of the lion. She knows she's in charge. It's halfway through the tarot cycle, card number 11 of 22. This is basically about getting a grip and understanding that hopelessness is fake. The only sensible approach to life is a hopeful one, because we simply don't know what's coming. In the next minute, we don't know what's coming. So other than quite the opposite of approaching the future with the kind of insurance policy, if you like, the emotional insurance policy of expecting it to be bad, which is what we've got here, because that's all it ever is and that's all it ever was and this is just the way it is. No, it's not the way it is, because we just don't know. The only intelligent response to the unknown future is hope, because that keeps the doors open. That keeps the flow of life moving. That's what this is about today. This is the challenge today. Can you transcend your own expectations of things not necessarily working out the way you want them to? Can you transcend it? I'm going to get another one on here to give us a bit more about this, because there's this awful static quality when temperance is in the upright, in the veil position. It's about things being stuck. It's about a closed loop just going round and round and round. The only way to break that is to hoik yourself out of it. Sometimes that has to be done. I remember my partner got into quite a severe depression a few years ago when we were living back in the city, and came at it this way, came at it that way, talked about this, talked about that. Nothing was shifting, and in the end, I just said to him, I said, "Love, you have to get a grip of this. You have to take action. You have to get on top of this, and it has to come from you. It's not going to come from the outside. It can't come from me. It's not going to come from circumstances. It's not going to come from just life arranging itself in some way that is going to please you more. You have to get a grip and get control of this and overcome this." And at the time I said it, he was really, really, really not happy with me saying that. He went, oh, thanks a lot. Like this, he was really, but he took it on board, and he started going out and taking himself down the swimming pool and doing some swimming and going out and doing some vigorous walking, and he started getting on top of it. Sometimes you have to do that. The universe is not going to supply you with better conditions unless you rise to meet it. Anyway, I'm going to get some more on this. Wow, okay, the Hermit. Oh my God, locked away. Locked away and feeling like you are the only one who feels like this. This loss of hope, or this absence of hope, and this kind of stagnant water here. And that it's you alone. Because, the Hermit is fundamentally alone. And perhaps a kind of, got to say it, self-indulgence in sitting alone, feeling alone, liking, not liking, being alone. Boot yourself out of that, because this is where it's really at, the Strength card. Right, I'm going to get one from the Swords. Oh my God. Right, more self-imposed imprisonment. Goodness me. And I say self-imposed because, this Circle of Swords is open. The rope is loose. There's nothing stopping her but her own belief. And the Star card is all about belief. So when it's in the reverse, it's a belief in this hopelessness, and I see it backed up here in these two Veil cards. This closed circuit of Temperance, this immovability of Temperance, and the solitary kind of navel gazing aspect of the Hermit here in this position, backing up Temperance. This is self-imposed isolation. Boot yourself out of it. Maybe one thing to do would be to think about what are you protecting yourself from in maintaining this self-imposed isolation. Is there some aspect of fear involved here? Not fear. When we keep ourselves blocked, and it is ourselves who do that, when we keep ourselves blocked, it's like a comfort blanket. It's like this spiky, razor blade encrusted comfort blanket, but nonetheless a comfort blanket. There's a choice there to not overcome. It is about fear, but it's not fear at root. What are you gaining from keeping yourself shut away like this? Like this. When you work that out, the swords fall away, the rope falls off, and the blindfold falls off. Because once you see that kind of tricky little formula that you're living and that is making you unhappy, it can't work anymore. Its power is gone. Right, Queen of Wands. Well, do you know what I'm seeing straight away here? I'm seeing her banging that wand. This is a call to action. An absolute call to action. And when she bangs that wand, those swords are going to go chomp, chomp, chomp. They're all just going to fall over. Action required. She demands it. I wonder what the little black cat would make of that. My little black cat isn't in here today, but I expect he would have run off. Oh man! I'm not allowed to go into that church. So it's really warm in there and they've got soup and nice people. 5 of Pentacles, but I'm not allowed to go in there just because I'm me. No, 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 no. Right, 1 from the Cups. Page of Cups. Right. There is an unexpected, utterly left field, what the frick is that fish doing in that cup thing coming today. When that fish pokes his head out of that cup and looks you in the eye, you make sure you look back. Look it in the eye, because it's got an important message for you. Do not shy away. Do not go, that ain't real. There's a fish in a cup and it's looking straight at me. And it just like issued an invitation to me. That ain't real. I'm going to go home and examine my depression. No, 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 no. Engage with the fish. She demands it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.